Hello and welcome to the Scatterable channel, and today I want to show you guys my latest PC build, Raven, which is the best $700 gaming PC you can build indefinitely for the year 2020 for high refresh rate 1080p gaming, casual 1440p gaming, streaming, and even content creation to start off your own YouTube or Twitch channel. So to show you guys just how value-packed and fast this new $700 PC build of mine is, I actually made a video recently covering an $800 iBuyPower pre-built gaming PC, which has its own benchmarks, and I went ahead and compared Raven to that PC, which there's a $100 difference in. And just to show you guys just the sheer difference in performance and value, here are some brief benchmarks on some games at 1080p, and you can just see just the crazy difference there is between going with a pre-built PC and a custom PC that is $100 less. So hopefully that's a good illustration to show you that this new PC is no joke. It's one of the best I've probably made, and it's one seriously to consider for going onwards in 2020. And if you think Raven is too good to be true, like there's some sort of catch to it, kind of like with some custom PCs you may see online, there isn't. Don't worry, everything you see right here is $699, and that includes the two RGB fans and the fact that you can control them. So Raven's going to be great for those of you looking for your first PC, especially if you are coming from a crap top, so a laptop that can barely run any video games, or if you're a console gamer from like Xbox or PlayStation and you want to see what's the huge deal behind PC and high refresh rate gaming in the 144 and 240 FPS range. And it's also going to be great for those of you who may just want a nice, good-looking $700 PC, but still has some performance to back it up, because I know there's a lot of custom PCs out there that either go for pure performance without any looks, or go for all the looks without any performance. And luckily, I think Raven is a great combination of both, just like with all my other custom builds. So it's a really tight package for $700, and I really think it's a great starter computer for a lot of you who may be watching this video. And if you like to build Raven, I do have a tutorial video on my channel showing you how to build a PC step by step. And if you think the parts are different and that the building process is going to be totally different, it won't. Don't worry, the building process is going to be the exact same. The only thing different being the RGB connectors with the case that are offered, which I'll show you how to do that. Don't worry. Anyways, if you enjoy PC build videos, do consider subscribing to the Scatterable channel. And if you want to stay notified for my latest uploads, you could turn on YouTube notifications, or you could follow me on Twitter or Instagram, because I'll always post my latest videos on there. And if you want to talk with other cool community members when it comes to tech, especially in the budget realm, then hit up the Scatterable Discord server, and you can find all of that in the description below. But now, a quick word from our sponsor. So a lot of the parts used in Raven were sponsored by Micro Center, and I want to give a shout out to them because they really do offer some super competitive prices when it comes to buying your next processor, graphics card, or motherboard through their website, because there's a lot of handy features, like that feature where you can buy a Ryzen motherboard and a Ryzen processor and get $20 off, or say if you don't know what PC parts are compatible with what, you can use their online PC builder and have all of that configuration and compatibility stuff done for you. So there's just a lot of really cool reasons to check out Micro Center, and especially if you live near one, you can take advantage of the ludicrous deals that they have from time to time to really spec out your computer and get the most value out of it. So I want to give a shout out to Micro Center, and if you want to check out any of the parts I used in Raven from their website, I'll have a link for all of those at the top of the description. So let's talk about the parts, and I'll mention that all these can be found in the description below. For the processor, I have chosen the Ryzen 1600 AF. This is a 6-core, 12-threaded processor that is on the 12nm wafer, so the same as the Ryzen 2600, and you can find this for about $85 right now, which means you're basically getting a Ryzen 2600, but for much less, which offers some insane value, especially considering what you're getting out of a processor like this. Because not only can you game quite well at 1080p and 1440p with a mid to high-end graphics card, but you can even stream with it using X264 encoding at the very fast preset. So it's a really awesome all-in-one chip, and why it's $85 honestly just blows my mind, because they're putting the Ryzen 2600 out of business. It's kind of nuts. And now for the motherboard, I've chosen the Asus TUF B450M Plus gaming motherboard. So the reason why I went with this is that it's a stylish, high-quality motherboard with some VRMs and good cooling on it that can support a future 3rd gen Ryzen upgrade in case you wanted to upgrade this 1600AF to a 3600 or 3700X later on. And just say you wanted to make the jump to that new processor just right off the bat, the TUF motherboard is 3rd gen Ryzen compatible out of the box, so you don't have to worry about a BIOS update. And there's also a lot of other handy nifty features on it, like the fact that there's a 12-volt RGB connector right next to the CPU fan connector. So if you wanted to use like a aftermarket RGB cooler that's liquid or air, you don't have to worry about funneling the cable all the way through the case to like the bottom of the motherboard to activate the RGB on the cooler. You can just do it right there, really easy. Next, I've chosen 16 gigabytes of DDR4 memory that's clocked at 3200 megahertz. And for the most part, the brand name really doesn't matter. Here I just have some crucial ballistics, but as long as you get 16 gigs that's clocked at 3200 megahertz and you set the XMP profile to that 3200 megahertz setting, you'll be really unlocking even more performance with a PC like this. So make sure you get that, and plus it's a really good value for like 16 gig kicks right now, so make sure you get one. And now for the storage, I've chosen a single 512 gigabyte M.2 SSD from Inland, and this is their premium series of SSDs, so you are getting above average read and write speeds as well as boot times for your PC, which, and specifically for Raven's case, using that M.2 SSD, you can boot up from nothing to Windows in 12 seconds, which is a little bit quick. And 512 gigs is still going to be enough decent storage for holding a lot of games nowadays. You might have to upgrade to just add an additional 2 terabyte hard drive like maybe a year down the road. But for the moment, it'll definitely satisfy the storage needs of this PC, at least for year one. And now for the magic behind the build. For the graphics card, I've chosen the PowerColor Radeon RX 5600 XT. This is a brand new mid-range graphics card from AMD, and I really like this card because it actually beats out the RTX 2060 and GTX 1660 Ti in 1080p gaming at, in the case of the RTX 2060, a lower price, because I bought this for $290 and you get a 2060 for just over $300. So that's really cool. So this is going to be the bread and butter when it comes to achieving that high frame rate gameplay we want to take advantage of high refresh rate gaming monitors that are out there that can go up to 144 Hz or 240 Hz in terms of refresh rate. So this is the card to do it. That isn't ludicrously expensive because it is under $300, and like I said, proposes some serious value for the money. And next, for the power supply, I went with a 550 watt Thermaltake BX1 for a great price, which is $45, and I actually went ahead and tested an RX 5700 XT, so a much higher end graphics card that can take up a lot more power in Raven, and it actually held together. So this power supply can support a faster and more power hungry graphics card later on in the future, which is great because you can get this for an awesome price. And finally, and actually my most favorite part of this whole build, is the case, which is the brand new Cooler Master MB311L. This is a $60 case that was unveiled at CES 2020, and for $60, it is probably the best budget PC case you can buy right now. No joke. For one, it has an included RGB controller, so you can control the 2 front fans and their RGB colors, as well as other RGB devices like this LED strip that I have on the bottom of the case, and that comes included with the PC case, as well as being able to control it using the reset switch on the front of the case, which is super dope. There's a lot of room at the top of the case above the motherboard if you want to, say, stick in a future all-in-one cooling solution. You do have support for that, which I know a lot of budget PC cases don't take into account. Also, the front of the case is mesh, but you can still see the RGB on your fans, which is the perfect combination, because I know a lot of PC cases out there have a glass front that really restrict the airflow. So a great compromise for both airflow and looks is this really nice fine mesh front. And there's even more smaller things that are taken into account with this case that I really appreciate, like the fact that the screws on the side panel of the case don't come out, like they just stay attached to the side panel, which is cool because that means you'll never lose them. So there's a lot of great reasons why you want to go with this case, and I probably just spent way too long talking about it, but it really is just an awesome case for $60 and really ties in all of the build together. So all of that comes out to $699 as of February 17th, and do note that prices are always going to change because a lot of you will watch this video and maybe buy all the parts and then cause the stock of those parts to go down, which could increase the price, and you'll be like, why is the PC now $750? And I'll be like, it's because you guys bought the parts. economics. Anyways, if you did have extra money to spend, say if you had an extra $50, you can use that extra $50 towards an M.2 SSD upgrade, so you can upgrade the storage from 512 gigabytes to 1 terabyte, and I'll have that included in the description. And say if you had an extra $100, so if you wanted to make this an $800 gaming PC, go ahead and ditch that M.2 SSD upgrade I just talked about, and instead go right to a Ryzen 3600, so you can be set off with one of the best 3rd gen Ryzen processors under $200. And again, all those upgrades are going to be also in the description. Anyways, how do you overclock this PC? Good question. Well, for one, I wouldn't recommend overclocking the stock cooler, which has the 1600 AF underneath it, because that's not going to be enough cooling. So you can't really overclock the CPU in this build unless you get an aftermarket CPU cooler. But you can overclock the GPU and the RAM. So if you wanted to overclock the RAM, go ahead and set the XMP profile in your BIOS to the 3200 megahertz setting so you can get the full speed of your memory. And then for overclocking your graphics card, you can go ahead and go into the Radeon software in performance under tuning and set that to auto GPU overclocking. So it'll just automatically overclock the GPU for you, and you won't have to worry about voltages, thermals, or anything like that. All of that will be controlled through the Radeon software. But do know that that is going to make your system a little bit hotter. But that's why I have this case, because it has the mesh front and the 2 included fans to bring in fresh air. So now with all that being said, I want to go ahead and show you guys the benchmarks. But before I do that, I want to mention that the goal of the benchmarks this time around was to see if I could hit an average of 144 frames per second or 240 frames per second for those of you who may have a 144 Hz monitor or 240 Hz monitor, because I did propose at the start of this video that this PC is designed for high refresh rate gaming. So the goal in these benchmarks was to hopefully prove that. And to note, all the benchmarks you're about to see were done overclocked, like in the overclocking section you just saw in the video. And with all that being said, here are the benchmarks. Now let's go ahead and finish up with the pros and cons for Raven, which I do have a few cons to start out with. For one, if you are going to have this PC on your desk like I have behind me, since the case is really airflow optimized, that means that there's going to be some sound leakage, and the 2 front fans included aren't the highest of quality. They're definitely better than what you find on Amazon, but while they are going to provide airflow, they're not the quietest, but they're not like absurdly loud. But if you do have this PC below your desk, don't even worry, it's not going to be that loud. One other con is that there's only a single 12-volt RGB connector on the motherboard, which is kind of only meant to be used with like a CPU fan that has an RGB light on it. So if you wanted to use other peripherals that have RGB colors, you are going to have to use the built-in controller with the case, which really isn't an issue. But if you wanted to control any of those colors with like your motherboard, you unfortunately can't really do that with the controller. But again, you can do it with the reset switch. And aside from those cons, this PC behind me can game really well. It can game at high refresh rates where that 144 Hz FPS and 240 FPS range really can come into account for games like Fortnite, Apex, and those sort of titles. And also can even stream thanks to the Ryzen 1600 AF on the very fast preset in OBS. So again, I think it's a really awesome all-in-one gaming PC for $700 in the year 2020. And it's such a tight package, and it's so good. I'm really proud of what I made here, so hopefully a lot of you guys will reap the rewards of it if you decide to build it yourself. So that is it for today's PC build video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoy these, because there's definitely going to be more PC builds coming on the channel, then do subscribe to the Scatterable channel. And if you want to check out my other social media, I'll also have that link down in the description below, and I always interact with people on Twitter and Instagram. Oh yeah, and don't forget the Discord server. I'm also really active on that as well. Anyways, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and this is the Scatterable channel, signing out.